This problem helps us understand that one quantity can be represented by two different fractions depending on what the whole is or what we compare our portion to. So for example, in part A, the question asks what fraction of a pan of brownies, a pan, which means one pan, so that's the whole for the first question. So that is the whole, one pan. So to be more specific, one whole here equals one pan. And in the second question, it says what fraction of the total brownies, and that's the whole. And the total number of brownies are on two pans. So the one whole will be two pans. So here I'm drawing two different pictures here. So this is for question part A, and this is for question part B. And the question says we have two identical pans of brownies to be distributed equally among three people. So let's say I am one of the three people, and I'm going to divide these two pans of brownies, and because there are three people, so one way we do is, because right now we don't know what the answer is, what the fraction is, so we're going to take the first pan of brownies. We can actually go ahead and do that. Divide this into three equal parts, and we can also divide the second one into three equal parts. And remember, for question part A, one whole equals one pan. So this one of them is going to be the whole. So for example, this is going to be our first whole, and which is one pan. The second pan will be our second whole. So we actually have two wholes. And after we divide the first whole into three equal parts, my share will be compared to the whole. Again, the whole is just the one pan. So that one pan has three equal parts. I got one of them, so my share is 1/3. So similarly, the second pan, because I also got 1/3, and compared to the whole, which gives me these two portions together, gives me 1/3 plus 1/3. That's a total of 2/3. So that's why the answer, I got 2/3 of a pan. Imagine if I put my share, move this piece, slice, and put it right here. So I got these, let's say I got these two slices, and you can see together, I got 2 out of 3. So that also is equivalent to the answer we got before. Now, but in the second question, so first step, we can still do the same thing. Divide the first pan into 3 equal parts, and divide the second pan into 3 equal parts, and I will get this piece slice and these many and that many. But the important difference here is because one whole, in the second question, it says what fraction of the total brownies, which means brownies on both pans. So I'm going to have to highlight both of them. So we are comparing our portion to both pans. So we have to treat, so in this case, one whole equals 2 pans. And now there are two ways to look at it. So you can see the 2 pans we have divided 2 pans into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So 2 pans we have 6 equal parts, and we got 2 parts. So our answer is 2 out of 6, which can be reduced to 1/3 if we divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. So we got 1/3. And so that answer for the second question is 1/3 of total number of brownies. The other way to look at it is if we can mix all the brownies together and replace these 2 pans with the big pan with both of the brownies here. And if we have 3 people, again, this combines 2 pans, and we divide this into 3 equal parts, and each of us is going to get 1/3 of this big circle, which represents 2 pans. So you can see we got 1/3 of the 2 pans. But if you have trouble imagine that, you could do it separately. So you get, but the important difference here, this part right here is not going to be 1/3 anymore, because this portion compared to 1 pen, that's 1/3. It's 1 out of 3. But because the whole is changed to 2 pens, so this portion compared to the whole, which has a total number of 6 parts, both of them have 6 parts. So that makes this, when we compare my first slice to 2 pens, I only got 1 out of 6. 1 out of the 6. And then from here, we also got a 1 out of 6. So 1 out of 6 plus 1 out of 6, that's how we got 2 out of 6. So the answer will be different. So again, depending on what the whole is, compared to 1 pen, I got, so my portion, compared to 1 pen, I got 2/3. But if I compare to 2 pens, I only got 1/3 of 2 pens. Again, this emphasizes the definition of fraction. Any fraction is a portion of a whole. When the whole changes, even if the same share out of 2 pens, it could be a different answer because it depends on who, we compare our share to which compares to 1 pen or 2 pens will give us 2 different answers.